Hello, this is Chaz Kirschman, and what you're about to watch is a video on Onision calling 911 on Chris Hansen.
911, what are you reporting?
Hi, there's a person who's been stalking me online, and they just showed up to my house.
Okay, and they're outside now?
Yes, they're knocking on my door.
Okay. And do you know if they have any weapons?
They have a bunch of camera people, like they're YouTube stalkers.
Okay. But no weapons seen?
I didn't see any weapons. I just saw like 6 guys in my driveway, and one of them is knocking on my door.
And the one that's knocking on your door, is he the main one that you said has been stalking you?
Yes, he's a stalker. He's yelling things at me through the door right now.
Okay, and do we know his name at all?
It's Chris Hansen.
Who is Chris Hansen? Chris Hansen is most popular for hosting a TV show To Catch a Predator, where he would confront suspected pedophiles that were trying to lure in minors.
Did you try some of my sweet tea?
I'm not scared.
Sorry, I'm almost done.
Okay, baby.
Did you bring me anything?
Yes, I did.
What'd you bring me?
I drinking some Kit Kats.
Looks like you brought enough stuff to move in.
Yes.
Why don't you have a seat there?
And like some of the others, need a friend to talk to appears to know what he's walked into.
Am I being taped?
You are being taped.
Oh, crap.
You may know Chris Hansen as an independent journalist who has a YouTube channel called Have a Seat with Chris Hansen. Onision, popular for his I'm a Banana video, has been accused of abusing multiple women and has allegedly groomed a minor. Hansen has interviewed many of these women and decided to fly out to Onision's place to get his side of the story. But when Hansen arrived, Onision hid inside his house and called 911. Hansen later uploaded this 911 audio to YouTube. Let's take a look.
911, what are you reporting?
Hi, there's a person who's been stalking me online, and they just showed up to my house.
What's your address? Is that a house?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're outside now?
Yes, they're knocking on my door.
Okay. And do you know if they have any weapons?
They have a bunch of camera people, like they're YouTube stalkers.
I don't think Hansen is a YouTube stalker. I think he is a journalist going into the field to find the truth and do whatever it takes to get both sides of the story. Now, I think that Onision is realizing that this is becoming a little bit more real than he realized. You can hear it in his voice. He seems a little worried when he's on the phone with the 911 operator. And I don't think it's because Chris Hansen is at his door and going to hurt him. I think it's because Chris Hansen is at his door and he might get caught. I'm not saying Onision did anything. It's all alleged, of course, but I'm just saying he is in a situation that could potentially put him in some trouble.
Okay. But no weapons seen?
I didn't see any weapons. I just saw like 6 guys in my driveway, and one of them is knocking on my door.
Okay. 1 second here. And the one that's knocking on your door, is he the main one that you said has been stalking you?
Yes, he's a stalker. He's yelling things at me through the door right now.
Okay, and do we know his name at all?
It's Chris Hansen.
I want to know if anybody else finds this spot right here a little funny. Right before he says Chris Hansen's name, he pauses and then says Chris Hansen's name. I feel like something's running through his head right there. He's backtracking. He's trying to think of, do I really have to say Chris Hansen's name right now to this 911 operator? Please don't know Chris Hansen. Please don't know who he is. Please don't know that he tries to catch pedophiles. Oh, please don't think I'm a pedophile. I feel like that's running through his head right there, and he was trying to get around that by not saying his name, by saying there's 6 people in my driveway and there's one at my door. He's yelling things at me, trying to make it seem a little more dramatic. That way the police get out there and get the situation handled.
Okay. Hansen?
Hansen, yeah. Hansen.
And then Chris?
Chris, yeah.
Okay, is he white, black, Asian, Hispanic?
He's white.
Okay. Do we know
He's
how old he is?
older. He's like probably 58, 60, something like
how
that.
Tall?
Probably 5'10", 5'11".
Okay. Then medium or heavy?
He's skinnier.
What color hair?
Blondish gray.
Okay. And are you able to see what he's wearing or no?
I think he's wearing a black jacket.
Okay.
I have a security camera.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he's got a security camera. I wonder how many he has, actually.
And it also seems to me that he's living in a constant state of paranoia. You see, maybe up to a half dozen cameras and monitoring devices in the front yard, across the street apparently,
there's
at
at
the
least
front
half
door.
a dozen.
He has half a dozen just in his front yard, and they're not all video cameras either. Some of them were monitoring. They said monitoring devices. So I'm guessing like audio, maybe even some like military stuff, heat signature stuff, some crazy wild things. And there's no telling how many he has in his backyard too, or on the side of the houses. Someone living in a constant state of paranoia like that, like what is he trying to hide? We all of us watching this video right now, we know what he's trying to hide.
Can you see what color pants?
He's wearing a black jacket, black pants. His hair is gray. He's still yelling things at me through the door.
Okay. Black jacket, black pants. Can you hear what he's yelling?
No.
Okay.
Oh, he's saying, I want your side of the story, Greg. My name's not even Greg.
Okay. What is your last name?
My name is James Jackson.
For those of you that don't know, James Jackson, aka Onision, his name also used to be Gregory Jackson, but he changed it. Him right here commenting on that, I feel like is just another one of his little power moves in order to make him feel like he is gaining control of the situation. But I'm not a whatever it takes degree to diagnose that. It's just a little inner gut feeling.
Okay. Last of Jackson, first of James is what I heard. Is that correct?
Yeah, he's saying, I just want to talk through the door.
Okay. And what's your date of birth? 5?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is your best callback number?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any weapons in the home, James?
No, I don't.
Okay. And you said that there's roughly 5 more people there with cameras?
Yes, in the driveway.
Okay.
That's weird. I specifically remember Chris Hansen's lawyer saying in a live stream that Chris Hansen is the only one that walked down the driveway and the camera crew stayed on the public road.
He lied. He said, that he had 5 or 6 cameras that we all saw, and facing us. And I made sure that the camera crew and myself stayed on the public street. You were the one who walked up to the door, and according to United States versus Santana, a United States Supreme Court case, the threshold going up to anyone's home is a public place because there's no expectations of privacy. I knew that. That's why it's absolutely legal to go up and knock on the door. They have a choice whether or not to answer. They chose not to answer. They chose to call the police instead.
Oh, okay. There it is. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, it makes so much sense now. So I guess they weren't in his driveway. Maybe he was exaggerating a little bit. That way the police would get there faster or something, or he's playing victim like he likes to do.
Second here. And do you know what he's talking about, like why he was stalking you or anything like that?
Yeah, there's like it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in the driveway.
Okay.
But I have someone that there's an 18, no, I think they're 19, a 19-year-old who I didn't want to hang out with. I didn't want to be around them. They have BPD, and their mental disorder was like really affecting my life in a negative way. And so I said I didn't want them in my life anymore. And they went to this person and said a bunch of mean things about me. And so now this person's trying to, like, aggressively pursue me in a really hateful way as a result.
I feel like this is what Onision tells his friends and family when they ask him, why are all these people so mad at you? Why is everybody so angry? How come you get all these hateful letters? I'm not saying he gets hateful letters. I'm only assuming. But why is everybody on the internet talking about you? Why is it when I Google your name on the internet, all these weird things pop up talking about how you have abused women and talking about how you groomed a underage girl? Why is this happening?
Okay, so you said they're from YouTube, though. So is it like a show that they do, or?
It's a live stream. Yeah, it's.
I understand the 911 operator is just trying to do her job, but deep down inside, I feel like she is interested in what this YouTube person does and is curious if it's like some kind of YouTube channel that she watches on the side. I feel like, to me, that information is really not like necessary for the circumstance. And I kind of feel like Onision feels that way too. That's why he's like, it's a live stream. Like, why are you asking me this? But I'm not a 911 operator, so I don't know what they're required to ask. Maybe she's just like trying to keep them talking and figure out the situation a little bit more. Anyway, either way, she's awesome, and she's doing a great job.
I've already talked to a lawyer about slander and stuff. This guy's really, really hateful towards me.
Okay. And are you able to see what type of vehicle they arrived in?
No, they parked way down the street, which is really sketchy.
Okay.
So they're standing out next to my SUV right now.
Okay. We're working on getting units out there as quickly as we can. Just go ahead and keep your doors locked. Do you feel comfortable disconnecting the line until we arrive? And then if anything changes, calling us back?
It should be fine. We're just hiding away from the windows.
Stop hiding. Why are you always hiding? Quit. Like, can we get an interview already? Please. I want to know what Onision is hiding.
Okay. If anything changes before we arrive, please call us back, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
911, what are you reporting?
Hi, I'm calling back. I reported some people who showed up to my house. They're trespassing and they're online.
What's the address there?
Really? You called it a second time? A second time. You called a second time. You called the police twice on Chris Hansen. This is a nice little switch up, I guess. Chris Hansen's not usually the one getting the cops calling on him, is he?
Show your call here, sir. Has something changed on scene there?
Just waiting for the police to show up. They're still in my driveway.
Okay, it is still showing here on my screen, and law enforcement has been advised. If anything does change or escalate, call us back, okay?
Are you guys going to show up?
Sir, it has been sent to the officers. They have to drive to you, okay? If something escalates, call us back, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
So for those of you that don't know, Onision recently lost his Patreon and started uploading videos onto YouTube saying that he was homeless and he had to like sell his car, trade his car for a dog or some weird stuff like that. But after listening to the 911 audio and seeing Chris Hansen walk up to Onision's house, it's safe to say that Onision is not homeless, and he has even verified it in one of his most recent YouTube video uploads. Let's check it out. Also, just a little warning, this video did make me feel a little sick, so there may be some people out there that are a little motion sickness. So just a little warning, this video I'm about to show you, it could make you feel a little sick. So if you want, like, skip past it or just endure. But I just wanted to give everybody a heads up, letting you know I appreciate you. And I don't want you to feel the way I did when I saw the way he was running through the trees with the camera.
I wanted to talk about some important stuff. First of all, the videos you've been seeing on this channel are all fake. And I thought people would know that they were fake because I didn't think my acting was that good, but apparently not a lot of people did. People think I'm actually homeless. They think I'm actually living in a tent. They think I actually would pour kombucha on myself because a Patreon got deleted.
The part right there where he talks about his acting not being good and he didn't think people were going to believe it. I feel like that's a nice little ego boost for him. And he's trying to turn this into like a slight win for himself to boost his self-esteem or whatever.
I can tell you this. The visit was worthwhile. The 911 call has opened a Pandora's box. And I'm getting a steady stream of information that is going to lead us to some very uncomfortable truths for Onision, Greg, James, and Kai. That information is headed towards me now, and it will be headed towards you very soon.
To sum it all up, Chris Hansen flew across the country to get an interview with Onision, who then proceeded to call 911 on Chris. Even though everything that Chris was doing was legal, he did have a lawyer with him the whole process. Now, I don't think Chris Hansen went too far, but I am curious to know what you guys think. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, or tweet me at Chaz Kirschman. And until next time.